Characters left the safe house where they healed up quite a bit. They head towards Natagumo Mountain. Now, during their time at the safe house and on the way to the mountain, the relationship and bond between the three boys has definitely strengthened into a weird sort of friendship. We finally see the group dynamic forming, and episode 15 is a perfect example. When our characters arrive at the base of the mountain, Tanjiro senses danger, but he's scared. Even though he's scared, he steps forward and says that he's entering the forest to save the people stuck inside and slay the demon, and seeing that makes Inosuke feel like he has to keep up. He steps forward and says that he's gonna lead the way into the forest, but also gets a little somber and says that he's hungry, which Tanjiro realizes is just Inosuke saying that he doesn't like what these demons are doing to the people here and he wants to cut them to ribbons. Because Tanjiro notices that Inosuke is heading into the forest with a hot-blooded mindset like that, but also because Tanjiro is grateful to Inosuke for backing him up like he later reveals in the episode, he compliments Inosuke and gives off the same energy as the old lady from the inn, which calms Inosuke down enough to keep him at Tanjiro's side. It's really crazy how that short little interaction between these two of them had all of that going on, and even Zenitsu was involved. Because so what if Inosuke and Tanjiro go into danger? How are we supposed to bring Zenitsu on missions if he's always too scared to come in? Well, remember the big deal that they just made about how Zenitsu finds Nezuko cute? That's enough of a reason for Zenitsu to run into danger because he thinks that this blockhead Tanjiro took a poor defenseless demon girl into a dark, dangerous forest, so of course he has to run after her and bring her back to safety. It's a fun group dynamic like I said, so I hope you continue to enjoy it as they take on demons together and the series continues. We learn that apparently a large group of demon hunters entered the woods near the base of Mount Natagumo and they started to kill each other. Our trio of demon hunters has been sent to the mountain to figure out what happened, but they've walked into something pretty dangerous. A family of powerful spider demons is claiming this territory as their home, and they're using their webs to control the demon hunters and make them all kill each other, and even then when they die, they're still using their bodies as puppets to keep them fighting. It's pretty nuts, but as we find stronger and stronger demons, expect their powers and intentions to get stronger and darker. Since I don't always do Kimetsu videos every single week, I'm going to go over each member of this family, so watch out for spoilers as I'm going to be showing their appearances and I'll be talking about the powers of the demons that are found in the forest, but I won't spoil certain things about them to keep a few mysteries in the air. First off, we've got the Mother Spider Demon. She's a beautiful demon with extremely pale skin, red circular markings on her face, huge breasts, and silky white hair. She sits on a rock in a clearing deep in the forest, and she uses small spiders that she can create with her blood demon technique to attach long spider threads to people that she can manipulate. She makes the demon hunters that come here fight each other to the death and uses their bodies as sentinels to ward off further demon slayer involvement in the area. She gets really annoyed and kills all of her humans before releasing her large demon doll, which is a demon with his head removed and hidden inside of his body. The demon featured some really sharp spider-like legs for arms that made it really dangerous, especially with the Mother Spider Demon controlling it, but thankfully Inosuke and Tanjiro were able to make quick work of this special doll, which led to Tanjiro defeating the Mother Spider Demon with the most peaceful Breath of the Water style technique. Next up, we've got the older sister Spider Demon. She hasn't really appeared much, but her ability is that she can create cocoons made of webs and trap her enemies in them. Of course, the webs are then filled with some sort of spider juice that makes her prey jelly-like so she can then feed. It's pretty gross, especially considering that she just looks like a plain little girl version of the Mother Spider Demon with different markings on her face and markings on her hands. She's certainly not as creepy as the older brother Spider Demon though, because unlike the two demons that we've talked about already, he's not just another demon that looks like a human. He has a humanoid demon's face with a crazy look and big red markings on one side, but his body is that of a giant spider. It's really disgusting, and I have another video discussing what happens to him as Zenitsu stumbles upon his little home in the woods, but this is pretty much the creepiest demon in Kimetsu no Yaiba to me up until this point, because the older brother Spider Demon can basically bite people, and he can infect them with a toxin that turns them into spider-human-like hybrids that he has complete control over. It seems like the transformations can actually take on different forms, so that special doll demon of the modified body might actually have been a result of the older Spider Demons experimenting with this poison. Since he's actually a huge spider, he's extremely agile, can get around really well in the forest, and he also for some reason has an acid spit that easily dissolves anything it touches. Now the experimenting probably doesn't end here, because we've also got the Father Spider Demon. The Father Spider Demon is the next creepiest demon in the series up until this point, because his body is that of a normal and tall demon, but his face is that of a huge spider with massive teeth. It's horrifying, but it also makes me wonder if this spider's head belongs on the body of the spider that the older brother spider's head is on. If that's the case, then that means that the older brother spider's head might belong on the father spider demon's body, right? I mean, either way, the father spider demon is pretty powerful and puts up a good fight against our heroes once they stumble upon it. Finally, we have Rui, the younger brother spider demon. He looks like the rest of the family, but he's a young boy with big flashy hair and really scary eyes. He doesn't really seem to have patience, and he threatens his mother demon to hurry things up before he unleashes the father demon on her. He shows up and he's pretty ominous, and his level of focus kind of clues us in that he's pretty dangerous. His ability lets him create extremely hard to create spider strings, and he can control them freely. He pretty much has Doflamingo's ability, and it'll be really awesome seeing him fight Tanjiro and the others when he finally decides to step in, because his fight is a long one. So that's everything you need to know about the Mount Natagumo Arc's demons and how our characters get to the mountain, along with how they take out the first in the family, but make sure to check back for my next video about Zenitsu versus the older brother spider demon, because that one's going to be all about a lot of really fresh backstory that we've got for Zenitsu coming soon, and we're going to have to talk about that. So make sure you're back for that one. This is all I got for now though. This is Pineapple, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.